It's February, the second month of the year.
Ooh.
Hi, it's me, Sushi.
Hi.
Ashley is here as well. What's even going on now that Gerryuary is over?
Okay. Listen, are we sad that Gerryuary's over? Yeah. And are we moving on immediately? Absolutely. This week, we are reviewing Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die, and Shelter. And then we'll be recapping the shows Spartacus, House of Ashur, and Hijack.
I guess we should just get into it. This is
We Should
Pod That. Episode 23. It's a Jordan number.
We should watch that with Ashley and Sushi. Feel the vibes, it's a night so lush.
First up is Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die, directed by Gore Verbinski, best known for wild, big idea movies like Pirates of the Caribbean, The Ring, and Rango. And it was written by Matthew Robinson, who's also worked on some quirky genre stuff like Love and Monsters, a movie that's been in my queue for many years that I need to see. The film stars Sam Rockwell as a man claiming to be from the future who storms into an iconic Los Angeles diner and is seeking to recruit a motley crew of patrons, including Haley Lou Richardson, Zazie Beetz, Michael Pena, and Juno Temple, for a one-night mission to save the world from a rogue artificial intelligence. It's a madcap sci-fi adventure with comedy, high-concept stakes, and that kind of off-kilter vibe that we've definitely seen from Verbinski before. So overall, this is a fundamentally wacky movie, but it's also a cynical one. And I thought that was really interesting. So it's very playful on the surface, but it's touching on some pretty dark modern troubles that we have regarding technology and gun violence, amongst other things. It's kind of interesting the way it doesn't play up to the drama of those things. It sort of tries to cut that out and make fun of a lot of these things that I think many people have fears of right now.
For sure.
And I knew you would like this movie right away.
Because, I loved it.
Yeah. All of the things this movie is cynical of are definitely Sushi cynical things. So that was cool.
Very much so.
But it was weird. I mean, we loved the trailer for this. It was always really fun to watch, like one that I look forward to. But it's not what I'm used to for Verbinski. I think of like super massive, glossy action movies. And this one is I
think that's kind of funny because, well, I'll get into it when I talk about stuff later.
But like this one's really scrappy. It kept making me think of an 80s sci-fi vibe like The Burbs or even that, for
me, I thought it was kind of like a Hitchhiker's Guide almost.
Yes.
Yeah. There's definitely a vibe that's similar to that where it's kind of all over the place.
Yeah. And it's very much about the concepts and not about the details. Because, like, it's not overly concerned with explaining every little thing. It's not trying to be hyper technical. And if something works, it's because it needs to for the plot of the movie. And I'm fine with that. One thing right away I loved, too, was the opening diner scene is very cool. And I loved the casting. These looked like real people, like genuine real people who are really getting highlighted and having nice little bits. Now, granted, eventually the camera moves on to the actors you already know, so you know they're going to be the stars.
Right.
But I thought it was cool that they were pretty committed to not making it look like your typical movie where everyone's like thin and has an intense jaw.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the acting's pretty great in this. Juno Temple loves to cry. I'm convinced it's like her favorite thing. Like, I don't think I've seen her be funny before, but man, she loves to cry and she loves some drama. And she likes
being uncomfortable.
She does.
Or I mean, she's good at at being uncomfortable.
She
or
is.
At least like conveying discomfort.
And she's good at doing it to the right level for the movie.
Mhm.
Because she really goes there and it feels very genuine and natural acting. But then she's able to pull it back when she needs to for it to have that sort of lighter tone. So I thought that was cool. Haley Lou Richardson was also awesome. She's someone I'm not familiar with before, a young actress, but I really liked in particular how her performance shifts kind of slowly throughout the movie as her character realizes more about herself and her relationship to the world. And yeah, I know that you have a lot, so I'm going to hand it over to you. But I guess my last thing is just, it's not going to be the biggest sci-fi comedy of all time, but it's very fun, very cult movie energy, and I really had a blast. So yeah. What are your thoughts, Sush?
Well, first of all, sorry if this is a spoiler, but I'm docking enjoyment by half a point out the gate just because Sam Rockwell doesn't dance in this movie.
Oh my God, I know.
I'm not really serious about that.
We were looking forward to it, though.
I really am serious about him not dancing. Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, multiple times before we saw it, we're like, oh, I can't wait to see him dance. He's got to dance.
We were really expecting it to happen because this is kind of a goofy movie, and usually he does it in the goofy movies. All right. What's kind of interesting is that I haven't seen any of the Pirates movies, actually.
Wait, you haven't? Really?
Nope.
Oh,
but I have seen other stuff Gore Verbinski has directed, like The Ring. But I'm actually probably more aware of his name for directing music videos since I was really into music videos as a teenager.
Oh, no way.
And also the Budweiser Frogs commercial. He directed that? Yes, he directed that.
Wait.
He directed a bunch of commercials. But I don't really, that's the one that's really like the standout, I think.
Oh my gosh.
But I remember that because I was working for a marketing research company. So I'd always be watching weird commercials in high school. So I still love weird commercials. But anyway, I'm glad this movie was weird. I assumed it would be the case based on the trailer. But like I didn't realize I'd enjoy it as much as I did. I'm a big fan of Sam Rockwell. So I probably would have seen this already anyway, based on that.
Yeah.
I'd say Moon is probably one of my top 10 movies of all time. So anytime I can see this guy in a sci-fi movie, I'm in. Rest of the cast was great too. Michael Pena and Zazie Beetz as co-worker teachers was really fun. Haley Lou Richardson's character was great. And I think she did a great job given that she kind of has the most screen time after Sam Rockwell. And then Asim Chowdhury and Juno Temple also great.
Oh, yeah.
Even though I had, or maybe even still have, a career in tech. Yeah, I'm pretty critical of its application when it comes to business and society. I'm a firm believer that we have way too much computing power at our disposal as humans. And arguably, the average person doesn't need anywhere near the amount of computing power we have at our fingertips at any moment. So out of all the reasons I think I enjoyed this movie, I definitely think that the aspect of it being a cautionary tale of overdependence on technology was definitely a big part for me. If you hold the same beliefs and enjoy weird sci-fi comedies too, then this will probably be a hit with you.
Yeah.
But I don't think this movie is for everyone because it can feel a bit preachy at times.
Yeah.
Especially when Sam Rockwell's character is on some tirade about the future. Apparently, the future really sucks. It is everybody's fault in the diner.
Right. And I'm like, well, the present's not too good, so maybe you need to go back further.
But I think it's got enough humor and heart as far as the human aspect of the plot that most of the people who like sci-fi comedy movies should enjoy it. This movie also joins the growing list of theatrical releases that have multi-POV storyline structure, like weapons and freaky tales. For this movie, I like that these POV segments not only provide the backstory on how the characters end up with the others and the main plot, but also provide some potential clues as to why they may have been selected as recruits.
Yes.
Overall, I love this movie, but I have a feeling that this will definitely be one of those movies that is rated better by critics than general movie-going audiences. I can see some viewers finding the movie to be uncomfortable which I
Yeah.
feel has become a common mood among many critically acclaimed movies these days. I think directors like Yorgos Lanthimos, Ari Aster, Robert Eggers, and movies that are similar to movies that they make have been finding their way to the spotlight more frequently. But I think the potential difference between this movie and those can be kind of cruel and disappointing as far as like the messaging goes. This one's probably funnier and more heartfelt.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to go into my rating. For enjoyment, I gave this a 4.5. For quality, I gave it a 4. I love the themes. Multi-POV storytelling and the cast were great too. Again, Sam Rockwell didn't dance though. So, no, but I gave it the highest possible score at like 4.5. I personally would have liked to have spent more time fleshing out certain aspects of the movie, like what happened in the future. But that's more, opinion. So going into the quality, I give it a 4 because I think the quality was great. The plot wasn't airtight. There's some visual effects and cinematography things that I could have seen improved, but I don't think they needed to be for it to be effective. So I think that's more of a nitpick because I just didn't get the feel that this was like a perfect quality movie, but it's definitely really high quality. So again, enjoyment 4.5, quality 4.
Nice. Well, for enjoyment, I gave it a 4. I thought it was really, for lack of a better term, enjoyable. But it really had a nice pace. It avoided a lot of the pitfalls of being overly serious and preachy. It made me think of No Other Choice. Not that it's a similar type of movie exactly, but they're both movies that manage to be very cynical or very about something serious and disturbing in society, but they have a very humorous way of looking at it. And that really, I think, helps people take in messages, honestly, a lot better.
I think it's important, especially for stuff that's happening currently.
Yeah.
Because people don't want to hear about that. I mean, you got to kind of make it palatable.
You got to take that off, man. And for quality, I gave it a 4. It's funny. Okay, while you were talking, I was thinking, I was almost going to give it a 3.5. Just because there's a lot of amazing visual things that happen. But the movie has a very dark look to it and a little gritty. And you know what I just did? I looked up the budget. Take a guess how much the budget was.
I mean, it's got to be under like 50.
10.
Jesus.
It's reported that this was made for $10 million. Now, for reference, his highest budget movie that he made was $215 to $250 million. That was The Lone Ranger. That didn't go so well.
This didn't feel like a $10 million movie.
But it doesn't feel like a $10 million movie at all. Because I was originally going to score it lower, thinking it had a higher budget.
No, I had a feeling that it could have used more money, but I didn't realize
I think
that
the only thing that would
I didn't think it was that like low.
No, but that's genuinely impressive.
Give him some more money, man. To make this type of stuff, not the pirate stuff. Everybody got that stuff.
Yeah, and I think it's exciting that he's doing this, It's exciting that a director who could be, I'm assuming he can do bigger things. I don't know how the Lone Ranger affected his career or whatever, but who has done more to do something that is really small and meaningful and fun. That's cool as fuck. So what's the name of the award?
What?
The double
quality entertainment.
We got a quality entertainment winner here, baby.
Yeah.
And guys, you should definitely go see it. Really fun.
Do it.
All right, folks, we're moving into our next movie, Shelter. This is the new Jason Statham movie that asks a very simple question. What if you thought you were finally done with all the killing and punching until a young girl in need of help arrives on your island? It's a very relatable question.
Yeah, right.
Although it is one that comes up in movies a lot lately, it feels like.
I guess, yeah.
So this one stars Jason Statham alongside a solid supporting cast that includes Bill Nighy, Bodhi Ray Brethnock, and Naomi Ackie, and it's directed by Ric Roman Waugh, who we recently discussed just a couple weeks ago for his work directing Greenland 1 and 2. So this guy clearly understands the Statham brand and the Jerry brand, which is basically like grim, reluctant competence and bad men making poor choices. Statham plays a guy who's gone off the grid. He's living quietly, minding his own business, sheltering himself for the world until the world, knocks down his door and reminds him who he is. It's a lean, tense, paranoid movie that's very much about survival, trust, and what happens when you push the wrong guy. So this movie, okay, this is another of one of my favorite kinds of movie, the better than it needs to be movie.
Oh, yeah.
It's doing so much more emotionally than you expect. And the action is so much better than you would expect. And that ends up being, I think, its biggest strength. They really just put in the work to do a really solid job across the board. I think the performances are really good. Odie Ray Brethnock as Jesse is spectacular. This kid is awesome. And I wasn't at all surprised to learn she's also in Hamnet because she completely holds her own and she does great. And the relationship between her and Jason Statham's character is definitely the emotional core of the movie.
Hell yeah.
I mean, so much so that I kept being like, what if they're really related? What if this? What if that? Because I just was like, they're investing so much time into it and maybe it's a plot point. But no, it's just good filmmaking, I also kept asking myself, why do the people chasing him care so much about the girl? And I was like, maybe because she's like some super secret something or other. No, it's just because she's someone he cares about.
Yeah.
And I thought that was really cool.
Wait until Shelter 2 for them to ruin it.
Yeah, Shelter 2. But to be fair, I did on my first watch zone out a bit on the logistics of exactly who Statham's fighting and why. Because I kind of...
I mean, he's literally just fighting people that his old boss is sending after.
And the thing is, I kind of didn't care who he was fighting. I just wanted to see him fighting. And
I think it was inconsequential. I mean, you knew that he was from this program and he doesn't want the program to know where he is. He had to disappear. So obviously the program is going to...
Yeah, but it's almost like, when you know a genre very well, you don't really need them to flesh out things as much sometimes because you just kind of know. That's what this is to me. I was just like, okay, whatever. He has a past and they're trying to get him. Show me more of the girl and his dog and them fighting. And this leads to, I didn't absorb a lot of that info about his past. But what I know is that Naomi Ackie is cool. Bill Nighy is extremely British. And there seems to be some sort of conflict. I don't know. I also want to touch on, there's a lot of really good action. Some of the moments that in particular stuck out to me, like he has a boathouse on his little island. And when something goes awry in the water at one point in the movie, he just jumps in the boat and it's like it goes down the slide very dramatically. Launches him into the water.
He's got like a launcher for his boat.
Yeah. And then there was a really, really cool car chase. And the way it ended, oh my God. So it was a classic, the phrase like put a hat on a hat?
Yeah.
It was a hat on a hat. So there's this badass chase scene. It escalates perfectly and it ends. And then after it ends, he crashes through a gate. And then after that, he goes through this super muddy puddle and it looks so cool. And I was just like, hat, yes.
Yeah.
I also love that he has like defensive traps set up on his island. It sort of gave like Home Alone vibes, including a moment with like a triggered boulder crashing down.
That was pretty funny. I think it definitely was one of those movies where the details helped
Absolutely.
actually, like, rather than hindered, even though it's definitely a movie that could have been fine without them. But it's definitely one that you don't feel like they're wasting time with those details. Like
Absolutely.
they end up being useful or insightful to you somehow.
For sure. And, again, gotta shout out to Ric Roman Waugh for having 2 movies come out in January.
That's a lot
and
of work,
2 movies starring 2 of our favorite January men, Gerry and Jason. So very impressive. I mean, this movie's like confident, clean, well-paced. It does a nice job of balancing the action with the quieter character moments.
Mm-hmm.
And the emotional through line works. The action delivers. Performances carry it. Honestly, really good. Really, really good. What do you think, Sush?
Well, I think maybe Ric Roman Waugh should be Mr. January since he produced and directed both Greenland 2 Migration.
Oh my gosh.
Which we reviewed a few weeks ago, and this movie.
I think you're onto something.
Since he also directed Greenland 1, I will say that he probably does better when his protagonist is dealing with some sort of unrelenting crisis or danger, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, this dude definitely has a vibe that he operates well in, which is the whole duty-bound grizzled guy who has some kind of special skill set living a fairly mundane life, like either due to seclusion or just being totally normal, like a dad, husband, or family man type. But they're forcibly yoinked from their life of calm into a situation where they need to make things right. So,
Can I make a quick note? I think forcibly yoinked should be an official tagline for this movie.
I think especially nowadays, there's a lot of movies where people are forcibly yoinked out of some situation or another. So as a side note, I think why I enjoy this guy's movies so much is like because one of the movie tropes that I'm most amused by is the quiet, tough good guys who want to live a quiet life being forced out of it to completely annihilate bad guys. They're like, we just have to take care of all of it and so we can get back to it. As someone who just doesn't like to be bothered with nonsense, I think I connect with how these guys feel, but obviously on a less serious level. But besides Statham, the young lady, Bodhi Ray Brethnak, who plays Jessie, the girl that Jason Statham's Mason character is protecting, is really endearing. I initially thought, what the hell does this tween girl want to connect with some grumbly middle-aged guy who lives alone in a lighthouse? But then I guess she is pretty nice, and I guess someone like her lives in a fairly remote area where there probably aren't a lot of kids, is probably legitimately curious to get to know anyone in the area.
Right.
But yeah, she does have great chemistry with Statham in the movie, which is why I felt like this has been one of Statham's better movies. I think I always feel like Jason Statham is capable as an actor, but sometimes I feel like his co-stars and supporting cast and or the story can be poorly matched with him. So the end product sometimes doesn't get as good as it could be. While it's arguable whether Statham is a, quote, good actor overall, I definitely feel like he lends perfectly to a story like this. And the solid supporting cast really made this movie one of his better offerings. Besides the two of them, Bill Nighy is also great in this movie, but I had to laugh at how much of a movie stereotype his character is.
Oh my God, it's so funny.
Yeah. Another aspect of the movie I felt was really well done was that this movie felt like it showed great restraint.
Yeah.
I don't want to get too deep into how much the writing or the studio might influence Waugh's directing of a given movie, but there's a clear difference in how tempered I felt this movie was compared to something like Greenland 2.
Yeah.
It does enough, and it seems to be fairly aware of what enough is for the overall mood of the movie, and kind of feels like it avoids giving into the potential, like, audience's worst impulse, which I think ultimately helps it to stand out among Statham's very unserious movies for the most part.
Yeah.
So for rating, enjoyment, I gave 3.5. And quality, I give it a 4. I personally enjoyed dumber Statham movies, and I'm totally willing to admit it. So I think that might be why I rated this just shy of the Quality Entertainment Award territory. But it's a fairly high quality offering comparatively to others that are like it. this movie, even in some very specific ways, is pretty much what would happen if you made John Wick more rooted in reality and like significantly less grandiose.
Yeah.
The interaction Statham has with Bretnock, his young co-star, remind me of the ones that Denzel has with Dakota Fanning and Man on Fire. Obviously, Statham is actively protecting the young girl instead of rescuing her in this movie. But I think the ability for them to get these tough guys to show some emotion and happiness is like very similar.
Yeah.
I think it's different and good enough of a movie that if you enjoy movies like this in general, you should definitely see it. But I'll also admit that I can see this being kind of forgettable among Statham's other movies, not because it's not good, but because it's a pretty tame movie compared to some of the stuff that he does. So
it's no Meg 2.
Yeah, it's no Meg 2, and it's definitely not like Expendables or like Transporters. So you might not remember it as well as the other ones, but it's a solid movie.
Yeah, I totally agree. Solid is definitely a word I would use to describe this.
Yeah.
For enjoyment, I gave it a 3.5.
Oh,
I liked it quite a lot. Yeah. The acting in that relationship with the kid and the dog, that really, I think, is the thing that differentiates this one or makes it stand out. But I agree with you because it's not like the more extreme of Jason Statham's movie.
Yeah, he's definitely not fighting every single moment in this, actually. I mean, I think this is probably one of the movies that I've seen with him as of late, I would say. Like, if we're going to take his last 5 movies, I'd say he maybe fights the least in this one compared to all the other ones.
But it's just so nice to see, you know, we were talking about another Ric Roman Waugh movie, Greenland 2, which I think at least I didn't enjoy, you know, as much as the first Greenland. And what I felt like with that one was that it was a little bit more forced, you know, as opposed to the first one, which felt sort of natural and grounded. And this is another one that comes there. I think this might be the director's sweet spot, you know?
Yeah.
Really enjoyed it. For quality, I gave it a 3.5. I think that basically everything's done well. I think that in an ideal world, the spy stuff, the background stuff would be a little bit clearer.
Yeah. Well, also, I feel like movies like this, I could see running into the 2-hour mark, but this was still under that. So I feel like that might have had an effect. You know what I mean? Because I feel like with movies like this, especially when there is some kind of shadowy agency stuff going on behind the scenes, you have to have time to explain that if you want to get into it. But I think this movie is pretty clear about not wanting to get into it too much. Or it just chooses not to prioritize it, at least. Like, it was very background. They had enough of that stuff for you to understand that, oh, he's doing this because, like, obviously it's like a Jason Bourne kind of thing.
Yeah. But, you know, to be fair, I really liked the balance of where things fell. So,
it was
you know,
good.
I think that it's a good, solid movie. You're going to have a good time watching it. I think we're going to see more from that little actress. She's so good.
Yeah,
and
she's good.
yeah, it's fun to see Statham doing some nice acting here. Really good stuff. Well, folks, it's getting real. This episode was a crazy one, so let's get into it. Spartacus, House of Ashur. Episode 9 opens with heavy shadow of loss, and the show doesn't rush past it. Enceladus's body is returned to the house, and his son Tarkon, the dirtbag, is left to perform the funeral rites. And it's sad, it's quiet, it's intimate, it's uncomfortable. Yeah. Maybe he should have been nicer to his dad. Then Achilles processing her grief in a way that, you know, only this world allows, which is through brutality. Man, she is really pissed off.
She fucking people up.
Yeah, she really is. She demolishes like anyone unlucky enough to be paired with her. She is fighting like someone who is suppressing her emotions, which she is. Then, while the house is still reeling from this loss, Pompey and Caesar arrive in Capua, bringing their ambition and entitlement with them. And Pompey, who is nasty, he is a nasty man.
He's creepy as hell.
he's pushing for a marriage alliance with Viridia to solidify his influence. And he's nasty about it. He's a nasty man. Caesar, on the other hand, is furious with Ashur for his mishandling of earlier negotiations. And Caesar makes it clear that Ashur's running out of options. He's basically like, listen, you need them to marry. And if you don't, Gabinius must die.
Oh.
Yeah. Ashur resists. He's still clinging to the, I guess, illusion that he can navigate this world without becoming a full monster. Meanwhile, Caesar counters with temptation. So he's like, listen, I'll rebuild the arena. I'll hand you control of the games and restore your standing. All it costs is one life. Then at the Ludus, Pompey wants to see what's going on. So Aquileia and Tarchon are forced into combat. She ends up defeating him decisively, but she chooses not to kill him. And the mercy that she has for him really, I think, sends a message. It doesn't fix everything, doesn't erase Tarchon's grief, but it does help them understand each other better, I think. Then, of course, that moment doesn't last because, okay, guys, this is wild. So Pompey is like, hey, I'm going to sleep with Aquileia because I'm a nasty old man. And Ashur's like, Aquileia, listen, I've got a plan. So the idea is she pretends she's going to sleep with him, but then she drugs him. And then he's going to invite Gabinius over just out of the blue. And Gabinius is going to see what happened and be pissed off. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't go according to plan. First of all, before the reveal, Gabinius has like the most beautiful conversation with Ashur.
Oh, right.
He's like, anyone would be proud to have you as a son-in-law. And it was basically like giving fatherly approval and saying he's okay with him marrying Viridia, you know, if things were different. Okay, so there's this beautiful moment. Then he sees Pompey just fully nude, passed out next to Aquileia. And Gabinius goes off. He like loses his mind at Pompey. Pompey doesn't know what's going on because he's drugged and freaking out. And yeah, he slashes Gabinius in the gut. And then it's crazy. Ashur is left alone with Gabinius. He is so upset. And he's like, this isn't what I wanted. I didn't want this to happen. Then Gabinius is like, what? He like wakes up. I don't know. He's like, you were behind this? Oh my God, I'm going to tell everyone, your life's going to fall apart. You'll never get near Viridia. And then Ashur's like, God damn it. I got to kill this man. And the killing is, I mean, pretty emotionally. It's very sad. It's like he's sort of all bloody. Gabinius is sort of clawing at Ashur. Right. And Ashur just puts his hand over Gabinius's mouth.
Oh my God.
And yeah, suffocates him. And both of them end up with just like red mouths. And it's insane. So yeah, by the end of this episode titled Those Who Remain, kind of no one walks away clean, you know? Ashur survives, but at the cost of his, moral self-image. And the fragile trust he's been starting to build with people. And then Aquileia's mercy could have consequences too. We'll see what happens there. Tarchon's still standing, but he's changed. And as this penultimate episode, it does exactly what it should. I mean, it leaves everyone alive but fractured, setting the stage for a finale where, I mean, survival may be the least meaningful outcome of all. Like, I don't know what is going to happen. So it was a wild one. And this, this is a show that when we first started watching it, I think we both were just like, oh, this is just like a trashy show dressed up.
Yeah. It's like basically an excuse for softcore.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'll tell you, it is that.
A little bit.
But there's some really good acting. Really, really good acting. And there's some cool moments. And I've really grown to like it. I don't even get bugged by the language anymore.
No, I think I was commenting about that either. Maybe it was the last episode or was it this one? But yeah, I'm getting pretty used to it.
I know. So what'd you think of the episode, Sush?
Well, I'm glad to see that Tarkhan finally feels bad about arguing with his father. And I think they did a good job trying to redeem his character a bit in this episode.
Yeah, I think so too.
I don't know if he'll ever become friends with Achillea.
Right.
But at least it seems like maybe they can respect each other now.
Yeah.
What else? Oh, damn. Caesar Ray's been hiding a serious temper, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting him to just choke Ashur like he did in this episode. That was kind of wild.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Like we were just saying, it took me almost the entire season, but this episode, I really felt like I understood the stupid English Latin that they speak because I didn't have to stop and go back to re-listen to any of the lines. So, yay.
Yeah. Hey, way to go.
Pompey creeps me the fuck out, man.
Oh, he's the worst.
And not only is he gross with Viridia, bringing up how he hasn't seen her since she was a child.
Yeah, I don't like that, man.
Yeah, but then he seems to be creepy about Achillea after she asks to let Tarkhan live when he loses the battle. It was cool for Gabinius to have a heart-to-heart with Ashur. I thought that was nice. I take back what I said last episode about him being a scaredy cat.
Yeah, he's a little more strategic, but also a little bit more empathetic than I realized.
Yeah, but I didn't realize he was aware of how Ashur felt about Viridia.
Yeah.
Nor that he thought so highly of Ashur for not putting himself ahead of the Republic and everything.
Right.
But yeah, goddamn, again, anytime someone takes 2 steps forward, they take a step back on the show.
Yeah.
That shit got way crazier than I ever thought it could.
Just
talk about things that go
around,
into plan. Yeah.
dick swanging.
Yeah. All I know is unless they hold Pompey responsible for murdering Gabinius, Viridia is probably going to have a horrible life.
I mean, she's a woman in this time period.
Yeah.
She's probably going to have a horrible life anyway.
Hopefully everyone is too occupied with Pompey slicing Gabinius open with a sword to realize that Ashur's involved.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, hold him accountable or whatever. I mean, he's got enough on his plate already, right? So overall, a great build towards the final episode of the season. Yeah, like you were saying, definitely have forgotten that we were kind of talking shit about the show before I started watching it, but
we were, and it is trashy, but it's also good,
Yeah, but the acting is a lot better than we thought.
Yeah.
Actually, some of the writing is pretty well crafted. I mean, as far as motivations go, were like genuine twists that we would not see coming.
Yeah. Yeah. I knew it would go badly, but I didn't know how bad it would go.
Yeah, I'm having like a love-hate relationship now with this show like I do with so many other shows where I know nothing can ever be good for too long.
True. But yeah, and I originally thought, or the way this was presented was as if it was a mini series, but it does look like a second season will probably happen.
Nice.
So they confirmed the creator, Stephen S. DeKnight, came out and said they already have season 2 written. And
nice.
They were basically just waiting to see how successful the show was, to see if they go ahead and make
I saw the ratings have been pretty good, at least for audience. So
I know. So I can't wait to see what happens. And oh my God, Viridia, that poor woman.
Yeah.
Oy. Okay. Do you have any predictions for next week?
I don't know who is left that can die, who is not like too consequential to the story or would matter, you know? I don't know. I really don't have anything that I can think of right now, but I'm pretty sure somebody's going to die.
Here's what I think is going to happen.
Okay.
know about the story as a whole, but I
Mhm.
think that the remaining brothers Ferrex has to die, and I think Proculus has got to die. I don't want to see that idiot again.
Oh, yeah, that would be cool.
So those might not be a prediction as much as it's just a hope and a dream. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
I mean, I think the only thing maybe that could happen that's worse is maybe
Mhm.
somebody could murder Kasusha too.
Oh, Kasusha.
Then Viridio will really be alone.
Damn.
Yeah.
Also, I didn't mention the recap, but early in the episode, they have a Chekhov's one day father will die moment
Yeah.
where
Yeah, they did.
Kasusha and Viridia are having sort of a serious talk about everything. And the mom is like, it's horrible. We hate that this is happening, but your father's going to die one day. And I don't have a way to protect you. And then there's your uncle would be the person who was supposed to be in charge with this. And you know about your uncle. So I get the feeling also Gabinius's brother is going to show up next week. But those are the only two things that I'm guessing.
Gotcha.
Cool. All right. Well, we're looking forward to next week. Yay. Now, what do you have for us this week on Hijack, Sush? Tell us about it.
All right. So this week on Hijack, season 2, episode 4, Switch.
Switch.
Yep. Chief Ada Winter continued the police response, instructing Clara Berger on
You
how
love
to
that name.
Yeah, right. On how to communicate with Sam, while Deputy Chief Marneau expresses concern about handing over John Bailey Brown. Ada tries to delay full compliance, especially after Freddie's death. The train passengers become fully aware of the hijacking after Sam makes an announcement regarding the explosives on the train. Otto grows more anxious about his role and Freddie's murder, while Sam points out that those responsible are monitoring them via probably the dome camera that's within the conductor booth. Ada updates Peter Faber about the plan to release Bailey Brown, but Faber warns her, basically hinting that the situation is more complicated than she realizes. Ada remains focused on citizen safety and organizes a discreet handover location for Bailey Brown. Otto instructs Sam to retrieve a USB drive with dome camera footage that's in a panel in the conductor booth. But then he remembers that the data is actually encrypted and can only be viewed at control. In the other train car, Maytan observes a suspicious injured passenger, the greasy-looking guy with long hair. I don't know if you remember him from the last episode.
Oh, so greasy.
Yeah, but Sam orders all passengers to throw their phones out the window. May tries to secretly communicate with Sam via her phone's notepad to express that she believes he's innocent. Meanwhile, at Marcia Smith Nelson's cabin, Nick, the guy who is watching her from the SUV, who turns out is actually a friend of her boyfriend, Daniel,
Right.
checks on her, but Marcia isn't receptive and slams the door behind her as she heads back inside. Sam faces a new dilemma with a passenger whose baby has asthma. That passenger happens to be the same one that he met on the escalator in the premiere.
Yeah.
Despite the father's pleas, Sam throws out his phone, but seems to be concocting a plan involving the baby's bottle because he keeps looking at it.
Oh, yeah.
Detective Beck and the real worker he ran into in the break room in the last episode are reviewing CCTV footage, discovering a clue left by Sam. In London, Daniel seeks information about the hijacking from his police contact, Zara Ghafour, his ex-girlfriend, also from the first season, learning about Sam's connection to Bailey Brown and suspecting a larger conspiracy. May continues investigating, discovering a blood trail and a bag of drugs after a confrontation with the greasy long-haired guy. So turns out he wasn't Freddie's murderer. He was just either a drug addict or a drug dealer.
Yeah, he doesn't just look like a junkie. He is a junkie. Yeah.
Yeah. Sam's reminded that May was the last one on the train car with the other passengers when the power went out, leading him to realize that the person who killed Freddy must have left and re-entered the train during the power outage. Sam coordinates with Control to arrange the handover of the sick baby to his mother, using the lady doctor as an intermediary.
Mm-hmm.
The exchange is tense, and Sam's actions suggest deeper motives as he spots a jagged piece of metal near the door of the conductor booth, which he seemingly connects to the tear from the lady doctor's coat that he spotted earlier.
I was going to say, he looks at that jagged piece of metal so many times.
Yeah,
he does like a double take and then looks away and then looks back. So,
yeah, and then I think when Otto was looking at him, he looked over at it too.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, the last thing is after the exchange, Sam thanks the lady doctor before opening the door so she can reunite with the other passengers. As soon as the door closes, Otto asks whether she was Freddy's killer, and Sam confirms she was, saying now they know who they're up against. So what'd you think of the episode?
I think it was excellent. Nice. I thought it was really cool. I mean, I was excited to see more with his ex-wife this episode. Like that we've gone back and forth on those neighbors, you know? Are they good? Are they bad? Are they good? And hey, guess what? Yeah, they seem like trouble. So I'm pretty interested to see how that's going to go. I'm excited to see her.
Well, we don't know that because, we've already had one misdirect with the drug guy and then also the backpack. We keep getting misled, damn it.
I know. Oh, man, they hijacked my
ability to think.
Yeah, ability. Yeah. That was good. I loved all this stuff with the baby because it's fun because on the one hand, hey, Sam's not a bad guy. He's looking out for this baby. Yeah. But also he's incredibly calculated as a person. So something's up. And sure enough, we've got that camera or the flash drive in the bottle, right?
Yeah. I think that's what's happening, probably.
I think that he snuck that in the bottle to get to them.
Okay.
Also exciting that the detectives seems to be really figuring out a bit of what's going on with Sam. So he discovers that something in the vending machine. That's intriguing. Otto losing it is great because I feel like Otto is the audience surrogate. We all we would be losing it if we're in that situation. I kind of like Maytan, man. I do, because sometimes you gotta be the person who makes other people uncomfortable.
I guess.
To get out of a situation,
Okay.
Like you're not going to get out of a bad situation being polite and maybe you can. But anyway, I like her. I think she's smart and she's insistent on helping him. I don't know why, to be honest.
Yeah, right.
Like, what's her investment?
She wants a job.
Yeah, she wants a job. Oh, man. Recession indicator.
Funny.
You help a man hijacking a train because you want a job. So that was pretty great. Again, just kind of seeing Sam. It's very fun to see him on the other side of a hijacking.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
As the premise is, know. It is fun to see, of course, someone who would be able to figure out the ins and outs of what's going on is someone who could also calculate and execute really complicated plans, utilizing people for what they can bring to him, etc. So, yeah, I'm really liking it. What do you think of this episode?
Well, every time I want to believe Sam is starting to lose it or won't catch something sneaky that we, the audience, have been shown, it obviously ends up not being the case.
Yeah.
But I guess this is why they got Idris for this show.
Idris.
I mean, he's so good at switching between and conveying emotions with just the look on his face.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. I like that the show is written in a way where it makes a stereotype out of characters that allows us as viewers to resolve our frustration with them through Sam. Like, I got a list actually of some people.
Oh my God, I love it.
First, I really appreciate the moment we got with Sam finally telling Maytan off.
Yes. Yes.
I do remember you. And the thing that I remember about you is that you need to learn when to quit. If you want to help me, I need you to go back to your seat and shut the fuck up.
Oh my God. That was brilliant. Yeah, it was great.
Next, I also think that it's hilarious that since being yelled at so often by Sam, Otto has kind of become a huge fan of his investigative ability. Like, I love that we get a moment in this episode where he's chomping at the bit for the lady doctor to leave the conductor booth so he can ask and confirm whether Sam believes she's the killer.
He loves that hot gas.
Like, I really thought he was like, just wait. Come on, get out of here. Oh my God, I feel so bad about Nick, Daniel's friend, the SUV guy at Marsha's camp.
Yeah.
Dude literally mentions being retired and running a bed and breakfast with his wife and just doing his buddy a favor.
Aww.
In this episode, we're led to believe that he might be dead.
Oh,
God damn.
I know.
But I do think they did us dirty with the greasy long-haired dude. Like, he was just a drug dealer and or potential junkie, not a murderer. And they just fed that shit to us and we ate it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, regardless, I still don't like Maytan. She's not only nosy, but she's way too open with her thought process. Like, I swear, I'm calling it now. It's either eventually going to get her killed or complicate the whole situation even more for the season.
I don't know why, but I like her.
I don't know. My opinion of her can be changed, but that's just what it is for now.
You know what? Something I just realized that I hadn't fully put together.
Yeah.
I think I like her more because I perceive her as being neurodivergent.
Oh, okay.
You know? Like, I think that I'm like, yeah, I know some people who are like, maybe a little awkward and maybe a little persistent, but yeah.
I still have no idea what Toby Jones's character is up to.
Yeah, dude.
But I have a feeling that it's probably something shadowy that wouldn't fare too well if it were known to the public. A part of me almost wants the reveal to be something like they either know about Sam's son's like death and how it's connected to it, or we're somehow complicit with it happening. So looking forward to that.
Man.
I know we just dealt with a death in the last episode.
Aww.
But I really find the show amusing because sometimes you really have to step back and laugh at how ridiculous the concept of a TV series called Hijack that has the same lead involved in different hijackings each season is. Because it also has such good acting that you forget about that sometimes.
Oh, it's so wild. I love it.
Yeah. I mean, the show literally pokes fun at itself. Like this episode where we finally get that scene from the trailer where Daniel's speaking with Zara and questioning whether Sam's involved in the hijacking, even though they both look at each other like they already know the answer is yes.
Man, he is just a hijack addict, you know?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I was hoping for a new bad guy or organization this season. But this episode makes it seem like the writers are sticking with the Cheapside firm from the first season as the antagonist. Yeah. At the same time, though, Faber, Toby Jones does seem to have something else going on with Bailey Brown. So there's that to consider, too. But yeah, overall, not a lot of action, but a good episode to kind of reestablish Sam's characteristic hyper attention to detail.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and also starting to like peel back layers to reveal not only who's behind the hijacking this time around. We're told it's the Cheapside firm, but who knows, you know? But also where the British government comes into play in all this, given their reason for holding Bailey Brown seems unrelated to bringing him to justice for Sam's son's death. So
yeah, that'll be interesting. I love it. How many episodes are there? Do you recall?
This
I want there
season,
to be 100.
I think it was supposed to be 8.
I was hoping for a 10, you know? I'm going to be sad when it's over. Boy, well, Hijack, we look forward to seeing what Hijack they get up to next week. No, I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah, the hijacking continues next week.
So, Ashley, what are we seeing next week?
Next week. Okay, so we don't know if we're going to review all of these or some of them, but these are the movies that we'll definitely be seeing. The first is Luc Besson's Dracula. And then The Moment, which is the Charlie XCX.
Oh, yeah. I ordered the Brat card from the movie already.
Oh, my God. I wish I had neon green to wear.
Funny.
So that'll be good. And then The Wrecking Crew.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, my God. Our two boys. We got Batista and Momoa. Hell yeah. And then for TV, we got more Hijack. Into it. And then we got the final episode of the season of Spartacus House of Ashur.
Ooh, yeah, so we'll be discussing the next show that will be taking over for House of Ashur maybe a few weeks before it starts. But I think one of them we've been talking about is Monarch, but we'll have to see.
Ooh,
we'll
Monarch.
let you guys know, or we'll just have it on the next one.
Cool. All right. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for listening, guys. You guys are the best. Best people are the people who listen to our podcast.
Yeah.
I just wrote that song, but I like the other people too.
It's a great song. Yeah, but you should subscribe to our podcast if you haven't already, and you also should rate it like good.
Ooh.
And review it like good.
Yes.
I mean, unless you hate us. Then we know that we probably won't review it good. Yeah. But also follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. And just thanks and stuff.
Thank you.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Friendships touch. Movies and delights will share so much. Let's enjoy this